The Q class was Richard Maunsell's last steam locomotive on his design, and it was Southern's first 060 tender engine. It was designed as a replacement to the aging pre-grouping 060 steam locomotives for goods work. It wasn't, however, going to be part of his proposed standardized classes using the pre-grouping N15 design, though this uses the parts from his 260 N class and 440 L1 class. Despite the old-fashioned appearance, they were fitted with modern parts, like a belt pair firebox, superheater, and a side window cab. The engines were also fitted with a vacuum pipe, making them capable of light passenger duties. Unfortunately, the Qs won't be built until 1938. By then, Oliver Bullitt took over his position. He, like many other engineers of the Southern, is conscious of the growing goods traffic on the railway. When these engines put to their paces, he was, reportedly, not impressed, calling them Victorian in design. He was half right, as these engines were capable of pulling basic goods trains and is a relatively powerful steam engine of the time, but its design and the Second World War made it a rather weak and incapable on its own in comparison with other engines designed for the similar role. Even with modifications put into them, he felt that these engines were antiquated and were incapable of the growing rail traffic of the war. This led him to quickly develop his powerful and successful Q1 class, Britain's ultimate 060 steam engine. But the Q still saw service under both the Southern Railway and the Southern Region British Railways, working on light goods duties and some passenger ones too. Along the locomotive's life, improvements were attempted. Bullitt fitted with different exhaust types to the engines due to its poor steaming, but this doesn't improve them a lot. It wasn't until 1940 when he fitted one of them with the Lemaître fast pipe and was successful in this regard. The rest were built with this modification after the war and into early BR years. During the 1950s, British Railways experimented with the engines to further improve their steaming and fuel consumption. One of these engines, number 30549, was chosen, fitted with a BR Standard Class 4 plain blast pipe and a small stovepipe chimney. This fulfilled the promised improvements, and by 1961, 6 more of these engines were improved by fitting with the Standard Class 4 chimney. The Qs did live a surprisingly long life, with the first withdrawals taking place in 1962 and were finished in 65. However, a twist of fate had happened to one particular engine. Number 30541 is the last remaining Maunsell Q class to be seen today. It was built in 1939 at Eastleigh and lived a long life until withdrawal in 1964. It was sent to the Barry scrapyard but escaped the cutter's torch in 1973 when a group of preservationists that will form the Maunsell Locomotive Society later bought the engine for the period price of £3,250. Like the Bullitt Q1, it was moved to the Bluebell Railway to be restored to working order. Its restoration involved the fitting of a BR Standard Class 4 chimney to replace the Lemaître exhaust. It was finally restored in 1983 with Maunsell numbering. Another overhaul took place in 2011 and emerged with BR numbering in 2015. It was reported in August 2021 that it was taken out of service due to a failed piston ring issue, but by December of that year, new valve rings had been made and fitted. It went trials the next year and was back into preservation service into April 2022. Despite it being overlooked, Maunsell's last steam locomotive design still carries on today.